Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Foxcaster podcast. As always, it is Wednesday, so we have our Loonshrine book club. We are joined by our host of Loonshrine, Kim.
Hello.
And Kim, what are we diving into today?
So today we're diving into chapters 6 and 7 in part 2 of Horus Rising. And we're just going to jump right into it as per usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we start with seeing Torgaddon having to go rescue Emperor of Children. Shocker. I think we're all shocked. But Eidolon, he decides to launch a mission out of pride, not out of, oh, I need to help the Emperor Children or I need to do something to help out this war, but out of pride, which makes Horus mad, as we can all imagine, because he's trying to one up Horus. So he launches this campaign. He brings his entire squad down to murder, which is actually how they that's a sentence in the book, by the way. I was very confused for a second. I was like, is this a typo? Because it's very confusing. But no, yeah, murder. But quickly finds out that in over their head. So Torgaddon has to go down and rescue them, basically. But as he's confronting Eidolon about it, Eidolon is basically like, you're nothing. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, I came here for a reason. Like, you're not going to disrespect me and talk to me that way. I'm Eidolon, like, I respond to Fulgrim, my Primarch. And Torgaddon quickly is like, that's interesting, because it sounds like you're questioning uh, the Emperor.
Oh, like the like hierarchy. He's like almost going against like the hierarchy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because his command, like Torgaddon's commands to come down and rescue Eidolon came directly from Horus.
Right.
So he's like, oh, that's interesting, because Fulgrim also like works with Horus, responds to Horus. So what you're saying now is you're going against Horus, your emperor, and you're going against your Primarch, Fulgrim. That's going to be an interesting conversation. So quickly shuts Eidolon up and starts questioning Tarvitz about the trees that were downed. And Tarvik says, like, yeah, it was Eidolon's idea. I don't question him. He comes up with great ideas, basically. But another Emperor's Children, he speaks up, Brol, and says, no, like, Tarvik, it was your idea. You saw the bodies hanging from the trees and said, like, this can't be, tear it down. And because of that, the storm around murder lessened and they were able to get a voxing signal out. So Torgaddon quickly is like, Tarvik, like, that was smart. Like, you should be proud of yourself for that. And so it's very, very politics heavy in the very first half of chapter 6.
And was this your first kind of like introduction to Emperor's Children?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm glad that they showed you like Eidolon and how like they're willing to pursue pride over reason.
Yeah, he was very
Like they're so prideful that they need to like prove that they're the perfect Marine to the extent that they're willing to like break protocol and stuff.
go on their
You're kind of like
own.
going against what you're standing for in this.
Yeah, it was very bold, especially the way that he was talking to Torgaddon. I was like, that you're gonna die. You're probably gonna be killed. But in the second part of the chapter, we're off of murder and we're back with Loken, who he hasn't really been able to read a lot lately, but he was given a book by Cinderman in the very beginning of our book called The Chronicles of Earth. And he sits down and decides to start reading a few chapters finally again. And he gets to a part, like, he's not really taking it in, but he gets to a part where it said that the men, they started fighting and they started turning on each other and they started basically becoming demons. And in that moment, yeah, it was a big moment. In that moment, he kind of like put the book down. He's like, wait a second, something doesn't seem right here. But through reading the book, he decides to look through picts from Keeler. that she had taken from Whisperheads.
Mhm.
And he finds a secret folder of pictures that he had never seen before. And he's seen the pictures time and time again. But these pictures, it looks like they're out of focus and they're blurry, and it almost looks like there's a spirit or like an entity in the pictures.
Yeah.
And as soon as that, as soon as he sees that, he runs off and is like, I need to see Keeler. I need to talk to her. He finds her, asks her about the pictures, and she's like, Loken, I thought you were going to find them a lot sooner. I really didn't expect it to take this long. Which, to be fair, I'm kind of surprised it did take him that long to find it. But no, he asks her about them, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what it is. I just want to think that it's like because of the camera, or it's nothing supernatural. It's nothing paranormal, which we all know that not, or like ignoring your problems or ignoring the issues never leads to a great outcome. I think we all know that.
I mean, it's kind of interesting how like even though like they're seen as like these like super beings though, they can still make like these mistakes, like these like common errors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like had he discovered it sooner, what could have changed?
Yeah.
Type of thing. But yeah, sorry, just wanted to put that in there.
No, thank you. So yeah, next, moving on to chapter 7, it goes back in time and kind of explains Sanguinius. Yeah, Sanguinius. Once again, and names are slowly getting better. I think we can all tell. But yeah, it goes back just to explain the character. You have Loken talking about the meeting, explaining the event, how many people were there. It would be kind of crazy to be somewhere and have like thousands, like tens of thousands of people in one place. I don't know if I would.
Like a concert.
Yeah, see, I've never really. I'm trying to think if I've really been to a concert.
But no, I like the thing in chapter 7 though, where it's almost like they're trying to say he's trying to like describe like the first time he saw Sanguinius, and he just kind of says like, yeah, everything that Sadie's heard of him is all true. Like he is this awe-inspiring, over the top, like oh my goodness figure.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how like the Primarchs should be. They should be these like literal divine things showing up.
No, I agree. Divine. But yeah, so Tar Tarvik and Sanguinius team up. They're like, yeah, we're going to once again murder together, which leads to a 6-month war against the spider mech. That's a long war, half a year.
Some would say.
But Horus, he wants to join the battle, and the Mournival try to convince him that it's not a good idea, that if he dies, it's not good. But Horus ignores them. So,
Classic horse.
yeah, classic. And decides to fight anyways. And we find that the Emperor, before Horus became War Master, he wanted somebody to change the name of the Legion to the Sons of Horus. Which, I mean, I feel like at that point, it just has to be Horus.
It's okay, son. Just our puppy.
She wants in on the
On the Horus Heresy action.
But yeah, the battle, the 6-month battle with the spider mechs ends with a battleship appearing in the sky, and we don't know what exactly it is.
Mystery for the next couple chapters.
I know I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, literally.
No, that was great. Yeah, thank you for that summary. We're almost done actually. Yes, there's only we're jumping into part 3, right? And then there's only a couple chapters of that.
Yeah,
It's only 4 chapters in that one, I believe. So we're 2 weeks away from ending.
we're in the 300s. I have to look at the exact page number we're on. But yeah, there's not that much left.
No, gonna wrap this one up soon. Be moving on to the next one. So yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Just the usual thank you everybody for listening and for following along. Yeah, leave a comment or anything down below about I wanna know if Loken or who your favorite character is
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
book.
let us know who your favorite character is so far in the book. And if you're somebody that's already read it, maybe who's your favorite character in this book, not overall,
Oh, that's a good one.
But yeah, with that, thank you everyone for tuning in. And we'll see you guys this Saturday. We're going to have another fun hobby chat. I was thinking this Saturday we would compare looking at a quick little AOS versus 40K type of discussion. Because the two
Yeah.
major play systems in the game, developed by Warhammer. There is also, yes, Horus Heresy, but that's by Special Design Studio. I wanted to dive into things like a codex versus a battle tome, because
Good idea.
there are differences in the two. I wanted to discuss playstyle, little things like that, because the two have actually a lot in common now, a lot more than people think. And the differences are somewhat big, but not as big in other places as people think. So I'm very excited for that.
I'm excited for that as well.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys on Saturday for the next one. And thank you as always for tuning in. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.